Yeah. And welcome back to the Diamond Cruise Sports Podcast. And you are now tuned in with HOTTA, reporting live from Diamond Sound Production Studios. And we locked in. And we going to get into it today. We're going to definitely talk about it. You know what I mean? We're going to report on it. Just like we're going to report on the Eagles' loss, just like we report on the Eagles' win. Now, my apologies for getting back to y'all a little late. I was feeling under the weather. Actually, I did a video last night, but I had a little bit of technical difficulties. I think I blew up my preamp. I'm still diagnosing the issue there. But as an audio engineer, I just don't put out bullcrap audio. It's not what I do. You know what I mean? As an audio engineer, I'm gonna put out that work. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely dealing with the Philadelphia Eagles, second in the NFC East. We lost to the Niners. Yesterday at 12 o'clock, 17-11. We got a lot to talk about, man. We got a whole bunch to talk about. And the reason why I say that is, first off, I definitely predicted the Eagles loss right here. So I'm not really worried. Because I predicted the Eagles loss right here. But with how close we was to winning that thing, it's definitely disappointing. I could definitely say that. It was definitely disappointing because we were so close to winning that thing, and disappointing me. Well, not disappointing. I would definitely be super happy if we won, but definitely going against what I said for my season predictions for the wins and the losses. But yo, man, we got so much to talk about. And I'm ready to get into it. All right, first off, let's get into the keys. Not the keys to victory, but let's get into the keys to the reason why we lost this game first. And this is all my opinion. But I definitely want to get into it. I definitely want to run it down and let y'all know how I feel about my Eagles. First of all, the reason why I feel like we struggled the most was because play calling. Now, you already know, if you watched my last video, I told y'all that I thought that Nick Sirianni, he popped off last week with the play calling. He did his thing. But this week, I just don't feel the same. And then look, man, we dealing with a rookie head coach, and we dealing with a rookie play caller too. You know what I mean? So we gotta understand that these are all just growing pains. These are growing pains, and we gotta be prepared for this type of play. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be things that these are things that we learn from. That's a definite. But what do we do? We just come out, we learn from it, we come out next week and we try to execute. But I really feel like the play calling was the number one reason why we dropped this game. It was too close. We could have definitely won this game. But I feel like the play calling was the reason why we lost. And for example, I really feel like that Philly, after that 90-yard bomb from Jalen Nequez, I really feel like that 90-yard bomb was the setup, and we couldn't get no points on that drive. And the reason why we couldn't get no points on that drive is because those are like 3 bonehead plays. If y'all go back and look at those plays, I really don't know what happened there. I think one, Jalen was on a rollout or something like that, and and there was nobody open. There was one target for him, and another time it was it was just a broken play where I think it was like a shovel pass to Ertz. But we ended up he ended up just the play was broken, and he ended up on a bootleg with Miles in front. I mean, it's already lost. I mean, Miles can block, but you don't looking for him to block to be a number one blocker, inside the 5. So that was a bad call. I don't know who drew that up. I don't know what play that was. Like where that come from? In the 5 yards. Guess what you should have did? Guess what you should have did? You should have lined up in goal line and just sneaked it. That's what I would have did. I would have ran it. I would have started up in the goal line. I'd have queued up goal line and I would have sneaked it. I don't care if we had to sneak it 1, 2, 3 times. But that's what I would have did. I would have sneaked it. But, you got this big, strong quarterback in Jalen Hurts. I'm pretty sure that he can drag the pile a yard. He can drag the pile a yard to get a touchdown. And we get that touchdown. We having a totally different conversation right now, but we didn't get that. So it is what it is. So those 2 plays were bonehead. All right, now let's get on to the meat and potatoes. And this Philly special should never be ran again, in my opinion. When I play Madden, I don't run it. I skip it. I don't care where I'm at on the field. I do not pick that play. Why did we pick that play? And if you pay close attention to that play, when Greg Ward, the ex-quarterback, we all know, got the ball and he was about to execute that play. He threw it. I don't know where he was throwing it to, but guess where the ball ended up? It ended up in the same place where that play call should have ended up, in the trash can. If y'all look close, go back and look. I think that ball ended up in the trash can. What a beautiful throw to the trash can. But all in all, who the hell did he have to throw to? You got a quarterback out there. That was it. So, that right there just really killed me. That right there just really just grinded up my motherfucking gears. That play. Because we had a beautiful long ball pause from Jalen to Watkins to cue all that up. And we couldn't convert. That's the thing is in my opinion, you don't even score when you start on your own 1 or when you start in your own end zone. You don't even score in those type drives. You know what I'm saying? You really just work yourself out of your end zone and getting good punting, getting a good punt range so you don't grab a safety. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens in those type of plays. And just so Jalen threw that long ball and connected with Watkins, and we didn't score on that play, which was a little bit of a surprise to me because with all the speed that Watkins has, I really thought that would have been a touchdown, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. We didn't get it, but we should have been able to at least put up 3 points on that drive. 4th down, we should have been going for the kick. If we didn't get it 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, we should have been going for the kick. 3 points. You know what I mean? Like I said in my last video, Nick sometimes get real Dougie Pearce, and we don't need that. Take what the defense is giving you. Take what the other team is giving you. That's how you win games in this league. You take what the defense is giving you. But it is what it is. We didn't do it. It was a learning experience, and I hope that Nick Sirianni never call that bullshit again. This is juice in here, by the way. I know when y'all, people see these little white cups, they think that it's some type of paraphernalia in here, but this is simply lemonade. Because I like to drink lemonade. If I don't got the Essentia, I got to drink the lemonade. You know what I mean? The Simply. So if I can't get an endorsement from Essentia, I should definitely be able to get an endorsement from Simply. Yeah, but that Philly special, we don't want to see it. We don't want to see it. That Philly special is it happened in the Super Bowl. It was a once in a lifetime type of deal. but it ain't about to happen again. We don't want to see it. Okay, so that's one reason why I felt we lost. Also, I felt that a big play that we missed out on was the Jalen Rager touchdown, where he stepped out of bounds. It was a lot of contact, in my opinion, there. But that's either here nor there. If he would have been able to keep himself in bounds and not go out and then be the first to establish, we all know what it is. It didn't happen. That play got called back, which was a hurt piece because I really thought that was a big play. Um, but it just didn't work. It didn't work. The play calling was abysmal from Nick Sirianni. It was horrible. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you when. I'm gonna tell you when you're doing good, and I'm gonna tell you when you ain't. And that play calling was trash. It was trash. It is what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. It was trash. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But moving on. Another thing um, that really caught my eye, because I'm a big Jalen supporter, and I really feel like Jalen is a really good quarterback. And I still, it may be me and only a few other people out there, and a few other fans, but I really feel like he's the quarterback of the future for the Philadelphia Eagles. But if you let other people tell it, we're crazy that we feel like Jalen Hurts is the future of the team. But I feel that way. But what I would like to see from Jalen Hurts is I would like to see some better long balls. Pause. I would like to see a stronger arm. If you look at a lot of these other quarterbacks, I don't want to compare him. I'm not comparing him by no means, but I just want everybody to get a visual of what I'm trying to say. If you look at a quarterback like Mahomes, if you look at a quarterback like Russell Wilson, like these guys are kings. They're kings of the long ball. They just can throw that thing. They can really throw it. Okay, and I believe that Jalen can throw it too, but I also believe that he struggles in that area. That's one of the flaws of his game. Because if you go back and you watch that game, it was a few plays, especially to Devontae Smith, and I think one was Rager, where he just underthrew him. And if he would have had that baby frozen on the rope, and not with so much air on it, then he could have definitely connected and we could have scored and we could have been having a different conversation. But it didn't happen. But we definitely need you to connect. We definitely need you to build that arm strength, get a stronger. I don't know if it was because you was throwing on the run or whatever, but plant your feet, set, and let that thing rip. That's what we need from you, and we definitely need you to throw it. So if we'd have been able to connect on those plays, then we'd have probably won this game. We definitely left a lot of food on the table last week. I don't feel like we left none. If it was chicken that we ate the bone. We ain't leave nothing on the table last week. But this week, if it was chicken, with the drums, you got that piece, that fatter piece on the top of the drum. We left that there. We left that there. We left a little bit of the potatoes. We left a little bit of the sweet tea, maybe the simply. We left a little bit on the table this week. We don't need to leave nothing on the table. If the rent's due, we need to go collect. And I feel like we didn't collect this week. We collected half of the rent. We collected half when I needed 100%. But it is what it is. But that was really one of the things that caught my attention. Also, the defense, in my opinion, played well most of the game. The defense played well, but when it came to those long drives, like I think one drive was like 9.5 minutes. 9.5 minutes. Like we gotta get this offense off the field, and a lot of things, and it probably happened because when they first came out first quarter, they thought that they was ready to go vertical up and down the field. But this is the type of defensive line where you're not about to go vertical. So now they made adjustments. And that's one thing that we didn't make offensively. We didn't make defensively. We did not adjust. We did not adjust to the toss. Especially when you got a speed running back like the rookie guy who they had, whatever his name was, I can't remember, but he was just catching that toss, and we was getting pushed out the way, and that probably had a lot to do with my guy BG Brandon Graham getting hurt, tore his Achilles. So shout out to BG because real quick, he definitely is done for the season, which is a big loss. A huge loss. BG done for the season. That hurt. That hurt, because if you think about it, we have a little bit of depth at that spot, but that depth got a big question mark on it. I got a big question mark on it because we're talking about Derek Barnett. And if you look at my previous videos, I thought that Derek Barnett would have been some trade bait. But since he's here, we need him to show up because last week you made a few bonehead plays, you made a few dumb plays, and it hurt us. It hurt us. Like when that guy was out of bounds and you went and got that personal foul, there was no reason for that. That put him in a position that kept the drive going when we could have been off the field. But hey, it is what it is. But we definitely need Derek Barnett to show up. We need you to show up, Derek Barnett. We need you to, play your position. We definitely got Josh Sweat. We got Josh Sweat. Maybe we might see a little bit more of Milton Williams since with BG going down. But what do? Maybe they can reach out and probably grab somebody that's available, just to bring in and just bring a little bit of depth to that spot. But what do? We just keep balling. We keep adjusting. That's what football is, man. Football is all about how you can adjust through the season and through the games. How you can adjust. The best coaching comes from adjusting. Because you get tape on these teams, but they're going to come out and do something different. So you're going to be able to have to adjust on both sides of the ball. And we didn't do that last week, and that's probably why we lost. And we're just not seizing on the opportunities that we had. So we talked about that. We talked about, why I feel like we lost. Oh, and another player that went down, which is huge. I don't know if it's season ending. I don't think it's season ending, but Brandon Brooks went down. And hopefully, that just really grinds my gears because this guy is a player. He's a player, but he cannot stay healthy. He can't stay healthy, but he's a player. I enjoy having Brandon Brooks, and I love watching him play. He protects our quarterback, but he just can't stay healthy. So that leaves room for maybe Landon Dickerson coming in and getting some playing time and showing us why we picked him second. So it just leaves room. So hopefully he can come out and ball out, and really fill that. I know it's going to be tough to fill some Brandon Brooks spot in his shoes, but that's what we need from you right now, Landon Dickerson. And I think he's going to do well. And it's a good thing because we don't have a lot of depth at every spot on this roster. But, the injuries that we have, that we just had, we kind of have a little bit of depth there. So that's not going to hurt us. It hurts us, but it's not going to hurt us as much as if we was to lose a player like Darius Slay or Steven Nelson or Anthony Harris, who missed a really big pick this week, especially with Rodney McLeod being out. We need those guys to step up, and we need these guys to stay healthy because if we get an injury in one of those spots, that's really going to hurt us. It's really going to hurt us. So we got to keep our guys we got to keep our guys healthy. And that's one of the things that kills us It's one of the things that kills us every year is these injuries. But definitely, real quick, before I forget, I wanted to give a shout out to the San Francisco 49ers, San Francisco 49ers for that win yesterday. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, that was a good win. Y'all adjusted, y'all made plays when y'all needed. So shout out to y'all. Um, another injury that just popped up, not injury, but another loss we just took is Zach Ertz. He was just placed on the COVID list, the COVID-19 list. I'm not sure how long he'll be out, but maybe a week. I don't know if he'll be available for this game. But Zach Ertz is on the COVID list, and that brings up another valid point. I feel like our strength. I feel like our strength is in our tight ends, and I don't think Goddard got a touch until the fourth quarter. We have to be able to utilize these tight ends. I feel like we have one of the best tight end duos in the league, and we just did not use our tight ends to our advantage this week. That's just how I feel. But it is what it is. Also, penalties kill. Penalties kill. They kill. And every week, if it's not on the offensive line, if it's on the defensive line, if it's not on the defensive line, it's looking like it's one of these safeties. I think we got we got a call on a targeting from it was Wallace, and it was a fumble on that play. It was a fumble on that play that we could have capitalized on, but we got called for targeting. Now, I mean, he really laid a hit out on him. He really laid a hit out. So penalties kill. So we definitely need to get these penalties in line and in order. And then we might be able to capitalize and win some of these ball games. We don't have this is a hard schedule. The Eagles are going into a hard schedule. They're going into a hard schedule. We got Dallas on Monday night. I can't lie, like I've been telling you, Dallas looks great. They look good on offense. They look better on defense. They pulled out a win 20-17 from the Chargers at the 3:00 spot. They just looked okay. Looked good. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I hate them, and I hate to put them in my podcast, but I gotta report on good football. They look good. That running game really showed up this week. So that's something that we got to look at coming in on Monday night, because this is how I feel. I feel like this is a must-win game Monday night. If we lose Monday night against the Cowboys, if we lose, that is going to start all the Jalen chatter that, that's been so heavy. Is all the Jalen chatter, all the we hate Jalen. Jalen's not the guy. Jalen's not a good quarterback. Jalen can't throw the deep ball. Jalen's not the future of the team. It's going to bring those things into fruition. All the Nick Sirianni, rookie coach, the John Gannon, these guys can't adjust and all these things, when it's going to be growing pains. And this is my opinion. It's going to be growing pains when you're dealing with a rookie coach, essentially a rookie quarterback, because this is his first full start. A new team, a lot of new faces on this team. This is what's going to happen. It's going to be growing pains. But you got to get these teams together. You got to get this team together, and you got to grow that cohesion. We played a team that, that's coming off a Super Bowl a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys been together for a long time. They've been playing. They got a monster fullback that really opened up the run game last week. And Kyle Kuschek, whatever his name is, man, that dude's a beast. He opened up the run game religiously. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's only a few fullbacks left in this league. That fullback spot is, it's like Casper. It doesn't disappear in this league. It's only a few teams that have some valuable fullbacks. We just don't see that no more. But Kyle Kuschek, he just opened up a lot of holes for that rookie running back, because you already know San Fran was decimated by injuries this week. That's why I thought that we might have a chance. Well, we lost. But it is what it is. But like I said, no turnovers yet from Jalen, which is a plus. That's huge. That's major. Because if you look at a lot of these other quarterbacks, these young quarterbacks that was chose to be higher skill wise than Jalen, they throwing interceptions all over the place. But shout out to Jalen for not even throwing an interception yet this year. That's major. 2 years, 2 games, no interceptions yet. That means he know how that right there can really change my perspective of a quarterback. You can have your ups, you can have your downs, but if you turn the ball over less, that lets me know that you have what it takes to be a quarterback in this league, because turnovers are prominent. Turnovers happen and turnovers kill. Look at that. Look at the Bucks and Atlanta game. I know Atlanta is Atlanta, but those 2 pick sixes to the house from the same player, from Edwards, that really just killed. That just knocked them out of the game. Another thing is the Eagles are, if my numbers are right, the Eagles are second in rushing in the league right now. Not a particular player, but I think, as rushing yards as a whole, the Eagles are second. I just feel like we play better when we control the clock by running the ball. When we control the clock by running the ball. That means none of this dancing or we need y'all to hit the holes. Pause. We need y'all to hit them. We need y'all to see them. And we need y'all to execute. That's just what it is. I feel like that we have a good running back in Miles. We have a good running back in Gainwell. We also have a good running back in Jalen. These guys are the ones that's carrying the ball right now. And I feel like they're doing a good job. I just feel like we got to continue to utilize those guys, catching and running. That's what we need. If y'all still watching this and y'all enjoying what y'all watching, hey, do me a favor. Do me a real quick favor. I need you to like. Oh, wait. Do it right now. Do it right now. I want to see you do it. Like. I want you to comment. Talk to us. I need you to sub up. Sub up. Y'all been doing such a great job subbing up on a road to 10K. We on a road to 10K, so I'm definitely appreciating how much subbing up y'all have been doing, but I need y'all to comment more. I need y'all to like more. I need y'all to hit them noties. Definitely hit them noties so y'all get notified every time we drop this fire. And we fixing the drop. You know what I mean? You would think that is some a Pyrex down there with some water and some ice. That's how much drop we got. But definitely, if you really digging this and you liking what you're seeing and you liking what you're hearing, wait a minute. Let me tell you how I usually say it. Do y'all enjoy how good I look? Because I do. Do y'all enjoy how good I sound? And if y'all do, I need y'all to visit www.diamond/sound/production.com for all your audio and visual needs and streaming needs. I'm telling you, these guys are the best. I'm streaming this right now. This is a stream. Streamed up. I just don't have it live. It's just a stream. And I'm just doing my thing. I'm sitting here talking my ish. Oh, real quick before we, I got to talk about the good things, and I think the Phillies are second in the NL East with a few weeks left. They're not out of it yet, so shout out to the Phillies. They've been fighting hard. They've been doing their thing. Hopefully, they can go ahead and I think they lost to the Mets, but they won the previous series. So, and I think they just got a few little, they got some teams that I really feel like they can beat coming up, and they can probably make themselves in the postseason. But we'll see. We'll see. So what else? Let's finish talking about these Eagles, because I can talk about these Eagles all day because I bleed green. I bleed them. I bleed the green. So I really feel like John Hargrave has came up. He's came a long way. He's making a lot of progress, especially with the downfall of Fletcher Cox. I just haven't been seeing a whole bunch out of him, but I've been seeing a whole lot from Hargrave, a whole lot. So we definitely want Hargrave to continue um, on the streak that he's going. Keep kicking the door in, running up the score. I'm running up his sack count. That's what we want from Hargrave. We've been screaming it all year. That defense looked good. Only thing that we need from Gannon is a little bit of adjustment and a little bit more blitzing. We need some blitzing happening. I know you feel like the dominant front that we have. I love that front. Pause. I love that dominant front that we have. But I also feel like we need to bring some guys up, from the safety spot or a linebacker spot. And we need to put some pressure on these quarterbacks, because we moving them around the pocket, but they stepping up and they making throws. I think one good throw last game that really put it on ice was that Deebo Samuels. He just really darted it in there, and Deebo Samuels is like a running back. He's a running back with a receiver. So if you give it to him in open field, he's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you, and that's what he did. Then he let this little rookie receiver snag it and run it in with a few minutes left in the second quarter before we went to half, which pushed the Niners up 7-3. But it is what it is. It's a loss. It's the NFL. Any team can win on any given Sunday or Monday or Thursday. That's just the way it is. Look at the game last night. It was a monster game last night between Baltimore and the Chiefs. I thought that the Chiefs was going to take that win. And Lamar said, nah, nah, nah. Lamar let him know what's up. Lamar was running all over the field. He was running all over the field. And he let them guys know, yeah, y'all good, but we definitely a contender. So another thing I want to get into is I want to get into my prediction for Monday night. Eagles and Cowboys. And this is gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough game because the Cowboys look good. CeeDee Lamb look good. That running backs look good. Dak Prescott look good. That defense look good. But if I had to predict a score for Monday night, and the thing is, I bleed green. I'm an Eagle fan, so there's no way in the world. No way in the world. Even though I can predict the loss, but it's gonna be hard for me to predict the score with the Eagles losing. So let's not call this a prediction this week. Let's call this a want, because this is what I want. Because this is what we need. We need to take this win. We need to go 2-1 this week, Monday night against the Cowboys. We need to pull it out. Pull it out. That defense need to show up. That offense need to show up. And if I had to pick a score for this week, I'm going to say 21-14. 21-14, Eagles. Even though I feel like this is going to be a tough game and it can go either way, but I would like to see the Eagles win 21-14. If you watch my previous podcast, like a lot of these Cowboy fans just let me know, oh, well, you picked the Cowboys to win both games this season. And I'm like, yeah, I did. But also, I love my team so much that I predicted them to win 10 games. So if we can pull this one off, it's going to be major. It's going to be major. It's going to blow the roof off the stadium. Even though we're not gonna be at home, it's gonna blow the roof off. And Philly is going. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be belligerent. So just all you Cowboy fans, just hope that we lose, because if we win, I'm gonna be belligerent for 7 days straight. So y'all get ready for that. So 21-14, Eagles. Jalen gonna blow the top off. Jalen is. We got to get Schmitty involved this week. We can't just let Schmitty get manhandled like he did last week. We can't let Schmitty get him. And think about it. He's our best receiver, so we're going to have Diggs on him. Diggs been huge. Pause. Diggs has been playing great football this season. He played great football last season. And he seems like he's their best corner, and he'll be the one trailing our best receiver. So we got to show up. We got a game plan for this. We got a game plan for that defense, because Micah Parsons at the defensive end was crazy. I'm talking about he played better at defensive end than he played at linebacker. So we got to be prepared for that with them losing Lawrence, and now them subbing or putting Parsons at that defensive end spot. We got to be prepared for that. He's going to be probably moving around, but we got to be prepared for Micah Parsons. He looked good. He looked good. He looked really good. But I feel like we got what it takes to man that spot and really crush him. We got to run slants. I don't know. I didn't see a slant all against the Niners. Why are we not running slants? Where are the slants at? It looked like Sirianni felt like last game that he was ready to kill him with the long ball, maybe because their cornerbacks was hurt. So I guess Sirianni felt like that the long ball was needed. And it worked sometimes, but most of the time it didn't. So guess what we do when it don't work? We adjust. So we're going to have to we got to do the same thing Monday night. We're going to have to adjust. We're going to see it. We have to come out there with a game plan, see how that game plan works. If it don't work, then we're going to have to adjust. We need a plan B, we need a plan C, and a plan D, and an E, and an F with, because we just don't know how they're going to come out there. So I would be happy if we come out prepared this game, because preparation is the only way we're going to win this. But guess what, y'all? I'm happy y'all tuned in. I'm happy y'all still here rocking with me. This is the Diamond Crew Sports Podcast. I'm glad y'all stopped in. But guess what? Hotta out. What up?